Hello, good evening. Happy hump day. We made it to hump day. I'm your host, Dr. Ericka. I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. Yes, this is my one time of excited. I have something really special. Today we're talking about 5 reasons irritability can be an elusive symptom. You might be like, irritability, Dr. Eric. And I'm like, yes, irritability. So thanks so much for coming on. I'm excited. Oh, said it twice. Excited to have you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to do and then hop right into it because I'm not trying to have you here all night. So the first things are some housekeeping things. If you know somebody that needs this, tag them. If you know somebody that could use this, also share. Sharing is caring. The last thing is, if you're watching it later, don't even worry about it. I'm just happy you came. Just put hashtag replay in the comments. Keep the comments coming. Would love to see you. And let me tell you about who I am. If you don't know me, I am your host, Dr. Ericka, Harvard-trained double board certified psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I am extremely passionate about helping people be better so they can do better and ultimately live better. I am just really passionate about people actually getting a chance to live that life that you deserve, that life that you were created for. So I do that through my telepsychiatry program. I also have books and speaking. So let's go ahead and get to the topic. So as I said before, we're talking about 5 reasons irritability can be an elusive symptom. And one of the things we've been talking about lately are these symptoms that can either be one-offs or standalones that can sometimes be within the scope of regular emotions and regular coping, but can also be symptoms of something bigger. So earlier in the week, we talked about anxiety, and today we're going to talk about irritability. One of the reasons we're talking about irritability is because it happens all the time. Have you been feeling sometimes like things get on your last nerve, like somebody is literally jumping on that nerve? Have you been feeling like just everything annoys you, or just the sound of someone's voice, especially if you have been in the home with the same people all the time? Or, for the parents out there, if you hear mommy or daddy one more time, you're like, argh. Well, that's one of the reasons we're talking about this, because feeling irritable or that feeling like things are getting on your nerves or you're on edge is happening for so many people. So come in, let me know if you've been feeling irritable. So some of the myths is that there's kind of anxiety and there's depression. Well, as we said before, anxiety can be a mood or a symptom. Depressed mood or sadness can be a mood or a symptom. So can irritability. So we're going to talk about why irritability sometimes feels elusive. Because we all have felt irritable at some time. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have had a diagnosable mental health issue. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. So the first thing is, it's elusive because it's so common. So sometimes people don't pay attention to it, or it doesn't kind of ring the alarm that there's something to be worried about or to be concerned about or to possibly intervene on. It's because it's so common. It's everywhere. It's one of the emotions that people experience anyway. And if you polled, especially given everything that's been going on currently, if you took 10 people and said, have you been feeling irritable at all over the last 2 weeks? Most likely, most of them would be like, at least sometime I did. Now, the next thing is whether it's a symptom or sometimes it just feels like someone's personality. So you have people that you feel like they're grumpy, or they're kind of, you'll say they're a curmudgeon, or, cantankerous, because that was one of my grandmother's words, cantankerous. So sometimes it becomes an elusive symptom because it starts to feel like someone's personality, like they're just someone that's just prickly, or, how you'll say, oh, that person, they're kind of hard on the outside, maybe soft on the inside. But it just seems like it's part of a personality, so it's not necessarily ticking, or even if it could be you, is that you start thinking that's just how you are, not necessarily that may be something else. The next is, there's a whole lot of stuff that looks like irritable and mad, a whole lot of stuff. So one of the things is people can be sad and be irritable. One of the criteria is actually irritability. So sometimes people that are depressed are irritable and they're not just sad. The other thing is anxiety can look like irritability too. Have you ever seen or felt really nervous about something and then found yourself snapping at people? Just a little snap. Well, anxiety can have irritability too. The next thing is, this happens in kids and adults, is people that have learning issues or even ADHD can also be irritable. So think about that kid that's just having a hard time. Maybe they have some difficulties with reading or just processing stuff, or they're just a little distracted and they start getting irritable. So sometimes it can be that too. The next thing is a lot of times when people talk about bipolar disorder and mania, they talk about what we call euphoria, like when people are so happy and so energetic, not like I am right now, I'm not manic, that it seems strange. And sometimes there's actually another clinical criteria where instead of people feeling super, super happy, that they feel really intensely irritable. So as you see, the cap is that sometimes it feels like someone's personality. Sometimes it's there so much nobody pays attention to it anymore. And sometimes it just looks like so many things that it becomes elusive because people don't think much of it because it just looks like everything. So again, just a quick recap. Thanks so much for coming. If you know somebody that needs us, tag them. Also, you can share. Sharing is caring. And the last thing, if you're watching it later, put hashtag replay. Just let me know you were here. Let me know if you've been feeling irritable. That doesn't mean you necessarily have a psychiatric illness. Just let me know if you've been feeling a little irritability, you know anybody's been irritable, or if you have any questions or concerns, just drop them right in the chat. We're going to do a quick review, and then I'm going to get you out of here. So we're going to talk about 5 reasons irritability can be an elusive symptom. And one of the first things is it's everywhere. It's so common. So sometimes it doesn't pop up as something that maybe we need to do something about it because you see it so much. It's just becomes something you almost ignore because you see it so much. And part of the reason we ignore it is sometimes it starts feeling like someone's just grumpy, or they're just prickly, or there's just someone that's a little funky, like they just aren't the nicest. And people start thinking that that's their personality, when sometimes that may be a sign that something else is going on. An example would be, sometimes there are people that have had a lot of trauma, and they start becoming defensive because they want to make sure that they stay safe, or they see the world as an unsafe place, and they're irritable all the time. Well, that irritability starts feeling like that's just their personality, but it's something else. So the next one is depression can have irritability. Anxiety can have irritability. Mania, I jumped one ahead. Learning issues and ADHD can have irritability. And then mania can also be irritable. So one of the things is that irritability can look like anything. Irritability can happen so much that it doesn't even pique our interest that something might be going on. Irritability starts feeling like someone's personality, so you might not necessarily feel like intervening. So one of the ways irritability is just so elusive is because it looks like a different things, and sometimes people just overlook it. And sometimes it takes it getting to a super high level to the point where people just realize, I can't get along with anybody, or they can't tolerate being around people, to kind of note that something might be wrong. But the thing to remember is, just like we talk about these other things, and remember, I'm a doctor, but I'm not your doctor, is that irritability is a symptom. Sometimes people are irritable, and it doesn't necessarily mean you have to see a psychiatrist because you're just a little irritable. And sometimes people are tired. So when you don't sleep well, sometimes one of the symptoms of insomnia is actually irritability. So that's what I got for you tonight. I just wanted to pop in, talk to you a little bit about irritability. Again, just so you know who I am Dr. Ericka, Harvard-trained, double board certified psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I am extremely passionate about helping people be better so they can do better and ultimately live better. I do that through my telepsychiatry. I am licensed in a variety of states. So please come on over to AskDrGoodwin.com, AskDrGoodwin.com, and you can schedule a complimentary consultation if you need it. So that's right there if you need it. But I am just really pleased and I feel honored to be able to spend some time with you. Not only do I have my usual prescription for you, which is to call someone and tell them that you love them. I let the cat out of the bag yesterday, but we were having a lot of technical difficulties last night. So I want to just tell you again that I'm doing the Define Your Fairy Tale Vision Board Challenge. It's a 5-day challenge. I can't wait to do it because I'm looking forward to also doing my vision board, but I get so excited to do this challenge because it's an opportunity to spend time as a community. I do it over 5 days, so you don't have to feel super rushed. You can be busy and I do it with you. So to me, it helps me understand the time commitment. And by spreading it out over 5 days, it doesn't take a huge amount of time, so you can fit it into your busy schedule. And if you go ahead and register now, you'll get the workbook, and you can even look ahead and start preparing and getting what you need. But I really hope that you register and come on in. It's going to be in my Facebook group. So I can't wait to see you. I'm really excited. I know you're going to love it, because we're also going to go on not only making sure that you make it, because I want you to complete the challenge, complete the task, but that you learn how to make it work for you so that you are able to be a manifesting machine. So just go ahead on over to visualize21.com. Can't wait to see you. I'm about to head out of here. I hope you have a phenomenal night. Give yourself a big hug, and please continue to be safe and take care of yourself.